Hey guys, it's your girl T. So I want to come on here and talk about this story that's going viral and it's causing a huge debate on social media. People have been going back and forth literally all day on my Instagram page over this story. They've been going back and forth on Twitter as well. So what's going down is that right now in crazy ass California, basically lawmakers are trying to pass a new law where it will no longer be a felony if you do not disclose your HIV status. Yes, you heard me right. So now if you have HIV/AIDS, you do not have to tell your partner or the random person that you're about to sleep with your status. Before, if you did not disclose your status and you willingly knew that you had HIV, but you chose not to tell the other person, you would get an automatic 7 years. And depending on if it was multiple people, you could sometimes do up to, life in prison. There's a young man who was having all types of just nasty, wild ass fucking sex with a bunch of white men, okay? On the University of Missouri campus. He was having all types of just crazy sex. The dude knew full and damn well that he had HIV/AIDS. He exposed hundreds of people to the virus in the gay community, and they ended up giving him 30 years in prison. So, it was really real like that. But now what they're saying in Cali is that they want to basically retract that. They're saying that there's new drugs, people are living a lot longer, AIDS is not a death sentence. So why should people be held accountable? If you choose to sleep with somebody unprotected, it's basically on you. It's just like any other STD now. It's just the same thing as having gonorrhea or herpes or some shit like that. Why should you be held accountable? So that's what they're saying. That's what their argument is. And a lot of people are not feeling this at all. So I want to go ahead and show you guys a news clip. Go ahead and check this out.
And people who are HIV positive may no longer face the risk of being charged with a felony for doing this. Current state law makes it a felony for someone to have unprotected sex without first disclosing that they're HIV positive. And it's a felony crime even if they don't actually transmit the virus. Under current law, a conviction could mean years in prison. But a bill in the state assembly, state senate, would lessen the penalty, making the actual transmission of HIV a misdemeanor instead of a felony. The Bay Area lawmaker who introduced the bill says current law discourages people from getting tested.
When you criminalize people, they're less likely to get tested because they're going to be fearful that if they know they're HIV positive, they might end up being guilty of a felony.
2 years ago, a UCLA law study found that 98% of convictions under the current law required no proof of intent to transmit HIV. Plus, deliberately transmitting other sexual diseases like herpes are already misdemeanors under current California law. That bill is set to be heard in committee later this month.
All right, so you guys just heard lawmakers were saying, but from what I'm hearing, this law is going to come to pass. It's going to start in Cali first, and if it gets passed in Cali, it's definitely going to spread throughout the nation. So just be aware that now it may not be a felony to disclose your HIV status. In my personal opinion, I'm not feeling that. A lot of people are saying, well, if there should be personal responsibility. You shouldn't be out here having, wild sex and unprotected sex. You should be protecting yourself. And that sounds good on the internet. It's cool to put down hashtag safe sex. Hell, I did that today. You know what I'm saying? But just because you put hashtag safe sex, does that really mean that you're practicing safe sex? A lot of people just don't use condoms. Let's just keep it fucking real. Charlemagne the God, who I feel like he's so irresponsible with this message, talks about hitting it raw all the time and, condoms ruin the feeling. He's constantly telling young kids to not protect themselves. So unfortunately, a lot of people just don't. I don't care what they say online. A lot of people do not use protection in the real world. And especially if you feel like you're in a monogamous relationship. So I think that that's scary because a lot of people are looking at this like, well, this is a gay thing. And, it's mainly gay guys having wild sex because they can't get anybody pregnant. But the problem is you have women who are in relationships and they think that their man is monogamous, but their man is sleeping with another woman or hell, another man, and now they're putting them at risk. So it's like you really can't trust anybody. And that also goes for sometimes men who are in relationships and they think that their girl's monogamous and their girl's out here getting her damn back blown out by everybody and their damn mama. You know what I'm saying? So you have a lot of people who just engage in risky behavior, regardless if they're gay or straight. And I think that this might be really, really scary, that if somebody gets tested and they find out they have something and they're in a marriage or they're in a committed relationship, now legally they don't have to tell their spouse. Legally, now that, you know, they're not giving their spouse a choice, I think that's really, really scary, because they don't have to say anything. They're not gonna, because they don't want the shame. They don't want the family knowing. They don't want to, you know, face the consequences. They don't want to mess up that relationship. And, you know, why not give that person what the hell I have? So now we'll be together forever. You know, some people are really sick like that. So, you know, this bill to me, I'm just not feeling it. It's kind of scary. You know, I understand not criminalizing people, but I think there has to be some type of happy medium. But you know what? Y'all feel free to call me a damn conspiracy theorist, honey. But you know what? My damn tin hat was what? Tingling, okay? Something just, I don't know, something ain't cleaning the buttermilk, bitch. How come after all these years, all of a sudden these lawmakers want to decriminalize this situation? The reason why I suspect that they want to all of a sudden decriminalize this is because white gay men are now the highest people at risk for contracting HIV/AIDS. And I really believe that this is why they're trying to decriminalize it, because for so many years we heard that, you know, black women were the highest, you know, HIV receivers because black men were cheating, they were on the DL and everything else. And that might have been true for, you know, a period in time. But now, for what I've been researching, the newer cases of people contracting, not the old cases, but the newer cases that are rising in this country are now coming from white men who are contracting the diseases. Now, I'm not saying that they're all on the DL. Some of them are cheating with heterosexual people as well. But from what I'm hearing, that's on the rise. So I feel like if white men are contracting HIV/AIDS now from, you know, frequenting, you know, gay clubs or, you know, getting with guys on the DL, and now they're trying to decriminalize it, I don't know, I'm just kind of putting two and two together. Like I said, call me a conspiracy theorist, but I'm thinking that this might be why. Because it kind of reminds me of the whole war against drugs. When black folks in the damn 80s and 90s were damn crackheads and all this shit, there was all this war on drugs. We need to lock up these people. They're selling crack, they're smoking crack. They criminalized people who literally had an addiction to drugs. But now that meth is on the rise and you got all these white folks dying left and right from the meth epidemic, now it's being treated as, oh, they need counseling. Oh, they need treatment. They're not getting long prison sentences like black folks did in the 80s and 90s. So I just find that really strange that all of a sudden now they want to decriminalize this whole HIV thing when white males are now getting it at a higher rate than other races. So I don't know. That's just me, you know, call me a damn conspiracy nut, bitch. I don't care. That's how I'm looking at the situation. You know, I'm trying to figure out, you know, why all of a sudden it just doesn't make any sense to me. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation, honey. What do you think is, you know, making them change their mind all of a sudden and wanting to decriminalize this? Do you think that my conspiracy theory might be somewhat right? Damn, this tea is good. Or do you think I'm tripping? I need to go have several damn seats. And then also, how do you feel about this entire situation? Do you think it's a good idea that it shouldn't be criminalized? And, you know, you're a grown person. If you choose to engage in risky sex and you get HIV/AIDS, that's on you. Or do you feel like, you know, we still have to take into consideration that everybody who gets it is not engaging in risky sex? Sometimes it's their partners bringing that shit home to them, you know? So the whole situation is just really scary and sad. The only thing I can say is, honey, protect yourself. Either be celibate. That's what I've been doing now for like the past 2 years. I hate it. But I don't trust people with my body. You know what I'm saying? People be having all types of shit. I ain't got time for that. So right now I am celibate. It sucks, but you know, whatever. You know what I mean? Eventually I will find the right person. And we'll get tested together, and then it'll be on like popcorn, okay? But for now, I'm too busy handling my business, bitch. I ain't got time for none of that shit. But so those are some ways to protect yourself is, so, you know, go down the damn celibate route and just, you know, keep your cookies on lock for now. Or if you're going to engage in sex, you're going to have to practice safe sex, and you're going to have to get tested regularly, because honestly, you just can't trust nobody out here, honey. These hoes ain't loyal. These niggas out here ain't loyal. Ain't nobody damn loyal in my fucking opinion. You know what I'm saying? So go and get tested together. You know what I mean? Get y'all's results at the same damn time. Swap envelopes so that way they can't do no slick shit and try and change their results.
No way. No way. I want to see the receipts.
That's the only way that you're going to be able to like really keep yourself safe, because let's keep it real. Most folks just don't use protection. You know, no matter how many times you hashtag safe sex, when folks get in the mood, honey, they just get it in, and that's just what it is. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.